Right then, we've got two quarter-finalists that has confirmed for tomorrow on Thursday. Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting the World Matchplay Darts 2025 Day 5 predictions, betting tips, ACCA, order of play, and TV time. The second round of the 2025 Betfred World Matchplay concludes at the Winter Gardens on Wednesday. So check out Chris Hammer's match by match predictions, best bets, and suggest ACCA. Sky Sports on 7 o'clock. Second round, best of 21 legs, first to 11. We saw last night drama between England versus Italy, where Chloe Kelly scored a goal for England to send them through to the final. And a big breaking news that Ozzy Osbourne died at the age of 76, and that was heartbreaking news. Right, before we get into the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and thumbs up, like and comment below. It's just free to do. Right, first up, Andrew Gilding will face Dirk van Dijvenbode. Andrew Gilding may be one of the quietest and understated players on the circuit, but he nearly blew the roof of the Winter Gardens with a 9-darter against Damon Hatter on Sunday. More importantly, from the Goldfinger, he averaged over 100 in a fine performance to run out a 12-10 winner, and shouldn't be underestimated against the heavy scoring of Dirk van Dijvenbode. The former UK Open champion may have one of the lower seasonal averages in the tournament, but he's been steadily climbing in recent months, but his improvement was rewarded with a run to a European Tour final back in May. However, Van Dijvenbode has enjoyed a superb season from his statistic points of view and firing 180s in such a high rated, but if he finds his range early, it might be too much for Gilding to handle. I was pleased with Dirk van Dijvenbode, the way he'd taken out Rob Cross in the first round. It shows real grit and determination, but they played each other 3 times and it's currently 2-1 to Dirk van Dijvenbode. But I'm going for the Dutchman to have a little bit too much for Gilding. I'm going for him to win 11-8. And second matchup, Chris Dobey will face Gerwyn Price. Premier League rivals collide. Gerwyn Price hit the headlines in a true blockbusting fashion thanks to a dramatically fiery victory over Daryl Gurney the other night, but his temper won't be tested by the mild manner of Chris Dobey. The Iceman just about to keep his cool enough to average 100.21 to run out a 10-7 winner, and it's actually the 5th time in his last 7 outings in all competitions that he surpassed 3 figures. This camera angle of Gerwyn Price and Daryl Gurney, how can you not love darts? Come on now. There's the roar. Gerwyn Price is roaring his way to victory to the last 16, and he will face Chris Dobey. I'm not sure what it said. Right, never mind. Price have also won 2 of their last 4 tournaments on the circuit. Also has a commanding 24 head-to-head record over Hollywood, despite one of his few defeats, beating that cracker at this year's World Championship. But their most recent meeting came in the semi-finals of the last European Tour event, which Price won 7-3 en route to the title. And I do feel logical conclusion is another victory for the Welshman. Dobey, who surprisingly only managed a 90 average last time out in a scrappy clash against Ricardo Pietrasco, can be expected to edge the maximum metal, and he boosted the noticeably higher 180 per leg rates, even though he only fired in 6 of his 15 legs in aforementioned first round match. I'm going for Chris Gerwyn Price to win it by 11 legs to 8. And then third up, Luke Littler will face Jermaine Wattimena. Jermaine Wattimena said he wasn't afraid of the prospects of facing Luke Littler during his post-match interview on Sunday afternoon. But a few hours later, Luke Littler unleashed a trademark Luke-like performance on Ryan Searle on Sunday night That could well have put the fear of God into his next opponent. The Nuke was only on stage around 15 minutes as he averaged 108 in a 10-2 demolition job. Afterwards stressed just how hard he had been practicing in the build-up to the World Matchplay, and Littler did jokingly concede his hard work and behind the scenes, but may have been contributed to him failing his driving theory test for the 4th time. But that will matter not. But if he goes to complete a remarkable career, Triple Crown at the age of 18 on Sunday, that'll be some achievement. The world champion battered Watamina in last year's triumph run at the Grand Slam and also at this year's route to the UK Open glory. I can see a similar kind of result tonight. I'm going for Luke Littler has a 4-0 head-to-head record against Watamina. I'm going for Littler to smash Watamina, blow Watamina away 11-4. And then last on, Michael Van Gerwen will face Josh Rock. This will prove fireworks. Josh Rock prove why he's considered a general challenger for his maiden major title in Blackpool after a breathtaking 10-5 victory over Ross Smith, in which he averaged 104.32. The Northern Irishman, who have won the World Cup of Darts with Daryl Gurney back in June, has been riding the crest of a wave in recent months, but poses one of the highest seasonal average on the circuit. Much has been made of Michael Van Gerwen's struggles, while he did manage a European Tour title back in April, but he's not averaged over 100 since beating Rock in the semi-final of that event. But it's no surprise to see him the underdog tonight. But don't write off MVG yet. But the rate at which Rock is hitting 180s means I'll be confident about him not only winning the match but also completing a double with most maximums. Josh Rock to win and to hit most 180s, and Van Gerwen will get the highest checkout. Van Gerwen has a 7-2 head-to-head record with Josh Rock, but I think Josh Rock has never beaten Michael Van Gerwen on TV, but this is the time that Josh Rock will beat MVG. I'm going for Josh Rock to win 11-9. I think if Van Gerwen turns up, this should be fireworks, but I'm going with the form book here, Josh Rock. That's my predictions then for the 2025 Betfred World Matchplay. There's so much quarterfinals to play for before the last 16 draw to a close. So tomorrow, Gian Van Veen will face James Wade, and Stephen Bunting will face Johnny Clayton. So leave on your comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, peace out.